Well, there's breaking news coming in at this hour. Now, US President Donald Trump has slapped 100% tariffs on China. Now, Trump threatens to scrap talks with Xi Jinping. Important information coming in as this marks the new development in the massive trade war escalation by US President Donald Trump. Now, the US President has said that 100% tariffs on China will be effective from the 1st of November. Important information coming in as the US President has attributed this to China's extraordinary aggressive trade position. So this is what the US President had to say when it came to China. Remember that the US President Donald Trump said on Friday that he would impose a 100% tariff on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Now, this is effective on the 1st of November, massively escalating the trade war amid a heated dispute over export controls on rare earths. Well, on this, my colleague Priyanka is joining us on the telecast. Now, Priyanka, walk us through the details. What is this entire escalation about?
Well, Trump has announced a major escalation in his trade war with China that has been ongoing. This is a 100% tariff on all Chinese goods starting November 1st. The move actually follows Beijing's sweeping new export controls on rare earth minerals. These are critical minerals used in multiple things like semiconductors, fighter jets, other advanced technology. So in his Truth Social post, Trump accused China of taking in, and I quote, extraordinarily aggressive stance and called its actions a moral disgrace in international trade. He also warned that the tariffs could take effect sooner than November 1st if Beijing takes additional steps of being more aggressive. So US officials say that China's export controls were a deliberate move to gain leverage ahead of the APEC summit that's going to be held in South Korea, where Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping had been expected to meet. The meeting is now in doubt. Trump says that he sees no reason to meet Xi, but he has not officially canceled. So why this sudden tariff surge? Partly it is retaliation. China's rare earth restrictions hit directly at America's industrial and defense base. The US has tried to build domestic capacity, investing up to $400 million in MP materials, the only US rare earth producer, but remains heavily dependent on Chinese supply chains. So it's also political. Trump has long branded himself as tough on trade, and with markets uneasy, he's signaling to his base that America will not be bullied by China. And it's also tactical. We all know that Trump uses tariffs as leverage, so announcing sweeping measures to pressure China into negotiation could be less about collecting tariffs and more about forcing China back to the table on Washington, D.C.'s terms. So there's also optics here. The announcement came the same day Trump touted a Middle East peace breakthrough, and by pairing diplomacy with economic toughness, he projects global strength on multiple fronts. So let's see what happens. But what did happen was that the markets reacted instantly. The Dow fell nearly 900 points, S&P 500 dropped 2.7%, NASDAQ slid 3.5%. It was led by major tech and retail stocks. So analysts warned that a renewed trade war could jolt global supply chains just ahead of the holiday season coming up in the US.
Right.
So for now, Washington and Beijing appear headed towards another high-stakes standoff, one that sort of mixes politics, power, economic pressure. We'll see what happens.